What's up, White's Army? Give me a shout. Can you feel the electric, nervous energy after that West Ham clash? We bagged a crucial win, sure, but look me in the eye and tell me your heart rate is back to normal. This is Futebol Longo, and we're not here for polite post-match analysis. We're here to scream the truth from the Elland Road terraces, a roar that will echo across Yorkshire and beyond. You need to smash that like button right now and drop a comment with your raw, unfiltered reaction to the victory. Seriously, don't hold back. Did you lose your voice? Are your hands still shaking? Let me know. And if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, what are you doing? Hit subscribe and join the loudest voice in football, because you won't hear this level of raw, unfiltered passion and critical analysis anywhere else. We are your voice, the White's Army. 3 colossal stories have exploded since the final whistle, shaking the very foundations of our beloved club and proving that being a fan of Leeds United is never, ever boring. It's always high stakes, high drama, and high emotion. First up, we've got the incredible, almost unbelievable tale of the Brazilian star who was thrown into the fire in a torrential downpour and, in doing so, silenced every single critic of Daniel Farke's bold, risky, some would say reckless, goalkeeping decision. He delivered when we needed him most. Then, immediately following that heroic performance, we have the dark, looming shadow that hangs heavy over our key man up front, the striker, who simply cannot convert, threatening to derail the entire season and plunge us back into a relegation dogfight if something isn't fixed now. And finally, hold onto your scarves, because the rumors of a major, high-profile exit were just fueled by a bizarre, late-night trip to the opposition's dressing room by one of our top players. A silent, emotional act that speaks volumes about his future and the financial health of our club. Is this the definitive pivot point, the White's Army? The moment we finally establish stability and fly high? Or the moment the internal cracks become impossible to ignore and we fall apart? You absolutely need to know who the hero of the night was, why his return is now inextricably linked to a dramatic, painful goodbye, and what FARKE needs to do to save our season from the man who isn't scoring. Get the full, brutal truth right here, too. The repayment, glove man's glory. The pressure was brutal, the rain was biblical, and the air was thick with skepticism after the Burnley defeat. Head coach Daniel Farke made the biggest call of his season so far, dropping the experienced, reliable Carl Darlow and throwing the returning Brazilian, Lucas Perry, straight into the fire for his first Premier League start against West Ham. The entire White's Army held its collective breath. Was this madness or an act of genius fueled by pure conviction? You could hear the nervous whispers across the terraces, and the media punditry was already sharpening its knives, ready to tear FARKE apart. If this went wrong, well, what happened next was the stuff of legends. The answer is crystal clear. Lucas Perry is our new no. 1, and he repaid every ounce of FARKE's terrifying faith with an absolute masterclass performance. This wasn't just a solid display. This was a match-winning, pressure-absorbing, confidence-boosting shift. Perry faced a torrid time in the torrential Elland Road rain, but the former Lion man was an absolute fortress between the sticks. According to the data, which doesn't lie, he faced 3 shots on target, saved 2 of them, and, crucially, he was a giant under the high ball. He faced a massive 19 crosses and stopped 3 of them, achieving his highest success rate of the season to date, 15.8%. Think about that for a second. A massive upgrade in commanding the penalty area. Legendary former Leeds keeper Nigel Martin himself stood up to praise the performance, noting how difficult it is to come back into the side after an injury and under such intense scrutiny. Martin stated, "He was very solid. He came for 2 or 3 crosses, handled them really well. He repaid the faith shown in him by FARKE." Perry even completed 2 defensive actions outside the box, showing his ability to sweep and shut down danger, something we haven't seen consistently. The only goal conceded was that tiny flick header right at the death. The kind of goal Martin admitted was virtually unstoppable, meaning Perry's overall expected goals prevented was a positive 0.2. He came in cold, under immense heat, and delivered a result-saving shift that changes the entire outlook of our defense. The goalkeeping position is settled, the faith is rewarded, but White's Army, now that the backline drama is over, the focus immediately, aggressively shifts to the man tasked with putting the ball in the net. The team won, but the striker failed, and the next story is about the man struggling to find the net. And it's putting a massive, undeniable target on FARKE's back. 3. The threat, blunt force attack. Yes, we won it to 1. Thanks to those electrifying first-half goals from Brendan Aronson and Joe Rodon. But let's be absolutely honest with each other. Fellow fans, we should have been up by 4, maybe 5 goals, and the game should have been a slaughter. Instead, the team let West Ham back into the game, nearly choking away the victory in the final minutes. The reason? The familiar, dark anxiety that crept back in our shocking lack of a killer instinct. And all fingers, eyes, and critical comments point directly to the man wearing the number 9, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Look, we have to be fair. Dominic Calvert-Lewin works his socks off. He runs the channels relentlessly, holds up the ball for our midfielders, and drags the opposition defenders around, doing the thankless dirty work of a lone striker. That deserves credit. But the Whites' army demands, expects, and needs goals. A striker's primary job is to threaten the net. Against what's widely considered one of the weakest, most vulnerable defenses in the entire league, our main striker managed only 1 shot all game. And calling it a shot is generous. It was an attempted, desperate scorpion kick that flew harmlessly high into the Elland Road faithful. He was non-existent in the attack, even during the first half when we were carving West Ham open at will. This isn't just a quiet night. This is a huge, seismic worry for Daniel FARKE and the entire club. The question everyone is screaming is, if he can't even come close to scoring against this defense, who can he score against? FARKE is a manager defined by his fears, perhaps blind, loyalty, but we all remember the absolute nightmare last season with the previous number 1. Elland Meslier hung on for far too long, and it was only after his absolute catastrophe against Swansea that the manager was finally forced to make a change. Will FARKE make the same loyalty mistake again with Calvert-Lewin? The clamor, the absolute justified roar for Joel Pirro to get a chance is growing into a deafening chorus. Pirro netted a massive 19 times last season and has the scoring form and predatory instinct that Calvert-Lewin is completely lacking. Sure, Pirro's all-around play might not be as sharp, but as the punditry has pointed out, he certainly can't score any less. FARKE has to start considering a change, a rotation, something or. He risks seeing this crucial victory become a distant memory as our scoring drought returns. But wait, speaking of Elland Meslier, his name is back in the spotlight, and this time, it's fueling the biggest, most bizarre exit rumors of the season. The sheer tension of the match itself was one thing, but what happened after the final whistle on Thursday night is the absolute, most dramatic climax of this entire roller coaster week. Remember how Elland Meslier, the former number 1, was brutally dropped, making way for the hero of the hour, Lucas Perry. Well, despite not even making the matchday squad for the West Ham game for the 4th time this season, Elland Meslier was not only at Elland Road, he made a silent, pointed, and potentially heartbreaking beeline straight for the West Ham dressing room. According to the official report from the YEP, our journalist Graham Smythe spotted the French goalkeeper walking through the mixed zone, waiting patiently outside the Hammers' makeshift headquarters after the game. The reason given? It's believed he was trying to catch up with his former teammate, Crescencio Somerville. But let's be absolutely real, the Whites' army. Context is everything. Meslier hasn't played a game all season. He's been publicly replaced by Perry, and now, in the immediate, high-stakes aftermath of a crucial victory, he's spending time socializing with the opposition in their own changing room. This is a massive, terrible look that fuels every single rumor. We all know the transfer gossip. Inter Milan is reportedly keen on signing him in January, and other top clubs are swirling around. Selling Meslier for a good fee is absolutely crucial to help the club's profits. And sustainability rules PS our situation. The club even rejected a lowball £, for 3x dollar bid from Como in the summer, wanting more than the £5x we paid for him. Unfortunately, the longer Meslier is omitted from the matchday squads, the more his market value will plummet, making it harder for the club to get the vital cash injection needed. This post-match visit, however innocent, sends a powerful, definitive signal. It looks and feels like a final, sad, emotional farewell. A dramatic confirmation that his time at the club is over. And we must cash in. The new hero Lucas Perry stepped up to save the defense. The struggling striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin is worrying the manager and the fans. And now the biggest exit saga is reignited and possibly confirmed by Elland Meslier's bizarre late night, silent act. The Whites' army, this is our life. We just scraped a massive win, but the victory is packed with drama, the birth of a new hero, and the necessary, yet heartbreaking, goodbye of a fan favorite. This single win will mean absolutely nothing if FARKE doesn't fix the scoring drought, and if the board can't secure a premium price for our departing Out of favor star now. I need to know what you think. Is FARKE being too stubborn and loyal to Calvert-Lewin? And should he immediately promote Pirro? Should we cheer for a Meslier exit in January to help the club's finances before his value completely tanks? Let me hear your roar and your analysis in the comments below.